everybody, welcome back to another Disney Ride makeup tutorial series. Today, if you could not have guessed, I am doing the Enchanted Tiki Room. This was requested on my last video, so hopefully I did this makeup look justice for you guys. Hopefully you like how I recreated it into a makeup form use. Maybe I should do Jose's accent because this makeup look was mainly inspired by Jose. Before we hop into the tutorial, I have some fun facts for you guys about the Enchanted Tiki Room, so hold on to your seats. The Enchanted Tiki Room was officially opened in 1963 in Disneyland. It was actually one of the very first air-conditioned rides. How about that? The reason why it was the first fully air-conditioned Disney ride was because of all the animatronics inside the show. They had to keep them cool, hence the air conditioning, which also made for a great escape for those standing in the hot California sun to come inside and enjoy some cool air-conditioned air. Win-win. Yes. The Enchanted Tiki Room is hosted by 4 singing macaws. The one that you may have guessed is Jose, which is the one my makeup look is inspired by, but the other 3 include Michael, Pierre, and Fritz. So Jose speaks with a Mexican accent, Pierre speaks with a French accent, Michael speaks with an Irish accent, and Fritz speaks with a German accent. There are around 225 animatronic birds in the attraction, of which about 120 of them sing. You can also find singing orchids, as well as some other singing flowers inside the ride, so just use your eyes and try and see if you can find them next time you're there. It is said that Walt Disney was inspired by a caged animatronic bird, which gave him the inspiration to make the Enchanted Tiki Room. The Enchanted Tiki Room was originally going to be a dinner show. Yes, that's right, a dinner show. That fountain you see in the middle of the room was going to be a coffee fountain. However, the logistics of combining a fully animatronic room with a restaurant didn't really quite work out, so they scrapped that dinner idea. But imagine if that had made it into fruition. What a show, right? Am I right? The Enchanted Tiki Room paved the way for many future rides at Disneyland, making it a very important foundation for rides such as Pirates of the Caribbean, It's a Small World, and the Haunted Mansion. If we didn't have the Enchanted Tiki Room, those rides might not be as cool as they are today, so appreciate that Enchanted Tiki Room. It doesn't get enough appreciation here. Many of the Disney rides you see in the Disney parks are sponsored. Enchanted Tiki Room used to be sponsored by United Airlines. United was running a special promotion to, can you guess? Hawaii. That state had just become a state when that ride opened. Crazy to think, I know. But that's why they're running special promotions to Hawaii and figured they would sponsor a Polynesian themed ride. In 1976, Dole took over the sponsorship, which is what you see there today with those incredible Dole whips. I had one the last time I was there. Thank you, Voltaire. That is all the fun facts I have for you guys about the Enchanted Tiki Room. I hope you learned something cool and new about the ride. And without further ado, let's hop into this makeup tutorial.
Hola amigos! So to begin, we're going to be applying some primer and foundation. Shocker, I know. So to do that, I'm going to be combining these 2 Tarte BB creams and primers. I'm actually going to be mixing them together because the primer is too light on its own right now and the foundation is too dark, so I'm going to be mixing them, but obviously if you want to use the primer first and then the foundation, you are more than welcome to. These are both in the color Fair. I'm just putting that in with a knockoff beauty blender from Ecotools and blending that into my skin. I forgot to mention, but if you have some redness like I do, you can use this Kick-Ass All Is Calm Anti-Redness Concealer by Soap & Glory. I'm just going to be applying that to my red spots and underneath my eyes. I'm just going to be using my finger to blend that out and then going back over it with some more foundation to conceal that green color. Moving on, that's all I'm doing with my face. No powder for me, so I'm just taking a smaller Ecotools Beauty Blender and taking the color Miss Minnie, and I'm using that to contour my cheekbones and nose. Don't worry if it looks a little bit crazy right now. We're going to go back in with some various other tools to help blend out this red color. Now we're going to start to make our rainbow gradient, so to do that I'm going in with the Urban Decay Electric palette in the color Slowburn, and I'm blending that into the Miss Minnie color. Since I don't have an orange in my palettes here, I'm going to go back in with the Minnie Mouse palette, and I'm taking Big Shoes to fill, and this will be both my orange and yellow. So to create the orange, I'm going to be blending that into Slowburn and then just fading that out to keep the yellow color. To help me blend that out, I'm taking a Kabuki brush. Next, going back with the electric palette, I'm taking Thrash. Now, with this color, we're not going to be applying to the cheekbones. We're actually going to be applying this at the temple and up onto the forehead. We're trying to transition from the cheekbones up onto the forehead to create a nice little color gradient effect. Backtracking just a little bit, we're actually going to be taking Freak on the electric palette, and we're going to be combining that with Thrash just to give Thrash a little bit more dimension, add a touch more green into the little forehead temple gradient green color thing going on. Continue to blend just to make sure you don't have any harsh edges on your contouring. Now we're moving on to the eyebrows. We're going to keep the eyebrows a cooler tone colors using Freak, Gonzo, and eventually Chaos. So we're going to start out with Freak at the very beginning of the eyebrow, moving into the blue color Gonzo, and then eventually the darker blue Chaos at the very end of our eyebrow on the tail. Because I was inspired by Jose, this is the reason why our face was mainly warm color tones like red, orange, and yellow, and then our eyebrows are green and blue, because at the end of Jose's wings and tail, that's where you can find the blue and green feathers. So just do the same thing onto your other eyebrow. Get that looking all set up, and then now we're going to be blending out our nose contour that we should have blended out a long time ago. But now we're going to be taking an angled brush and pick me up at 8, and we're going to start kind of creating a cut crease effect with that color. We're going to be trying to emulate a bird's eye and bird's beak with it. So just continue drawing on that nice little line that you see me doing here, and we're going to be blending that out with a fluffy brush, and we're just going to blend. We're just gonna blend. Okay, blending done. So now we're going to be taking that color again and dragging it underneath our eye, like you'll see me doing here. Just keep drawing on those lines, you know what I mean? Aw, snap. Some more blending. Yes. More blending and drawing, blending and drawing. Going back in with Pick Me Up at 8, I'm going to further deepen my crease area, as well as add 3 little wispy lines at the end, just to emulate feathers. Next, I'm going to be taking this Miss Minnie Colorful Wink It Felt Liner in the color number 5 Bone White, and we're going to be doing that in the colors I essentially didn't do with brown. So right in between those little wispy little feathers that I did, and we're also going to be using this to line our top and bottom eyelids. We're also going to be putting this into the tear duct area, so don't forget the inner part right there, and then we're just going to keep going over the top of that until I get the white opaqueness that I like. This white felt tip liner isn't the most pigmented one out there, so it takes a few extra swipes. Taking the mini palette again, we're going to go in with Flirt in a skirt and a fluffy brush just to help blend out that Pick Me Up at 8 color, and to simply add more brown. Can't have too much brown with this Enchanted Tiki Room look. Next, take your favorite mascara. I'm using this Rocket Volume mascara and adding that onto the outer parts of my eyelashes. If you would like, you can add some false eyelashes, but I didn't really have any that went with this look, so I decided to opt out on this makeup look. Going in with Dady's My BFF and a small angled brush, we're going to go over the white just to make it last a little bit longer and to help fade it out a little bit. And then we're going to be taking that same color and packing that onto our eyelids. Probably should have done this before the mascara, but I kind of forgot about it. Whoops. Here's one eye done, and now to repeat the same steps onto the other eye. So I'll be back, and here is the eye look done, and now onto the very last step, the lips for labios. Now if you already own a dark brown lipstick or liquid lipstick, then you don't have to worry about any of this, but I don't, so now we're going to makeshift it. So to do this, we are taking that chapstick to act essentially as a glue for the brown eyeshadow. So taking a brown eyeliner pencil, outlining my lips, and then blending that in with my finger. Once that is well blended, we're going to be going in with Pick Me Up at 8. We're going to be taking both a lip brush as well as our finger to try and create a very opaque dark brown lipstick color. Here is the completed makeup look.
Hope you guys enjoyed that makeup tutorial and you guys found it pretty fun. If you guys have any ideas for any future Disney rides you would like to see transformed into makeup form, please let me know in the comments below. Hope you guys are having a magical week, and I will see you in my next video.